What's going on, guys? Welcome to Tech Savvy Buyer. So Nintendo just announced that they're going to be making a new Switch dubbed the Nintendo Switch Lite. Let's talk more details about that coming up. So, earlier this morning, Nintendo finally revealed the much awaited, much anticipated, and much leaked Nintendo Switch Lite. A couple of weeks ago, I was actually contacted by another website that wanted me to maybe possibly do some reviews for some of their products, and when I visited their website, the first thing I noticed is that they already had a Nintendo Switch Mini section. And this is consistent with all the other leaks that you guys have probably been seeing online and on YouTube, where people have been pretty much thinking that it's just going to be a mini version of this, and it turns out that the rumor is actually true. So what exactly are you getting with the mini Switch? So as you guys see here, I've got the original Switch, which has detachable Joy-Cons. And the reason I'm sharing the fact that this obviously has detachable Joy-Cons is because the number one different fact between the Switch and the Switch Lite is the fact that there are no longer detachable Joy-Cons. It's almost similar to how a Nintendo 2DS is built versus a 3DS. Now, it's a much more stripped down version of a Nintendo Switch, and that comes with the benefit of getting it at a cheaper price. So off the bat, the Switch Lite would still be able to play Nintendo Switch games, which means if you have any game that you were playing before or you have a collection in your current setup, you can still carry over those titles, provided that they support handheld mode. And to my understanding, I think there's only a few games out there that don't support handheld mode, so you should be fine on that front. Some of the other differences between the two consoles are that you lose the HD rumble feature, which is basically just a glorified way of saying that the controller is actually going to vibrate, and there's no more camera sensor on the bottom as you guys see with the existing Switch, or IR sensor, shall I say. So these aren't huge cutbacks. For $100 less, you'd be able to actually get access to Switch where you'd normally be getting 3DS quality stuff at that price point. So when I think about what Nintendo is doing here, they strip down the Switch, they give you a little bit less beefy version of it. Now, they haven't really shared details about the screen resolution and all that, and I'm going to assume that it is the same because you're losing out on other functions. So because of the fact that they're doing that and giving you a price point of $200, I think it's safe to assume that there might be an indication that the 3DS and the 3DS XL is going to eventually get discontinued, because you have two products that are the same price point, where one offers full console-like experience and the other is just a portable handheld, quick open up, play a few games on the go, and average campaigns can be anywhere from 8 to 10 hours, depends. And someone can correct me if I'm wrong there. My general experience with the 3DS and the 3DS XL has always been that they're kind of like mini games. I never feel like I get a full console experience, obviously because it's a handheld console. But with the Switch, that's different. You do get that full-fledged console experience along with the ability to take it anywhere with you. So it's an interesting move. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with what Nintendo is doing. They're always doing something different. They're not following Xbox or PlayStation for that matter in how they're trying to make different revisions to their hardware. Now, that doesn't mean that they might not potentially come out with a new boosted Switch, but at least we can put those rumors to rest for the current year. So Nintendo plans to release this in September of this year, which means that we're only a few months away. As far as I am aware, pre-orders are not open yet, but that doesn't mean that you can't keep a lookout for them once they do start coming out live. Based on how Nintendo products always are in the past, you can probably bet that these are going to be sold out everywhere, just because there's always a hype train around Nintendo products. So if you're really interested in getting one, and this is something that appeals to you, it's more budget friendly for you, I would highly suggest you guys have your feelers out there on the internet and make sure that you have trackers and whatnot set up so that you can get them when they come out live for pre-order. Now, if you do decide that you want to buy a Switch Lite, you should be happy to know that you're going to get 3 color options right out of the box. You're going to get a color option of a yellow, a gray, and a turquoise. That isn't something we got with the original Switch when it launched, where you just got the blue and red Joy-Cons or you got the gray kit. So this one here is a custom do-it-yourself kind of shell that I did from Extreme Rate. If you guys want to see the video on how to make your existing Switch look like this, I'll go ahead and post it up here for you guys. Take a look at that. It's actually a cool way to make your system a little bit more custom and different from everybody else. You can see I like the two-tone fact of this one. But guys, let me know what you think. I want to know in the comments below what you think about the Nintendo Switch Lite. Is that a console that you would actually mess with? Is this something that you're going to buy? Are you guys genuinely excited for this thing? To let you know my personal opinion, I'm actually pretty excited for it. I think it's a great way to have something different. You know, I like the handheld concept of games. I've always liked the concept of handheld games. As you guys saw in my PS Vita videos and other stuff, I generally like to play handheld games a lot. And of course, at a price point of $200, you're going to get the Switch level feature of games. And, you know, frankly, a little bit off topic here, but most of the way I enjoy my Switch currently is just playing it in handheld mode. I rarely actually dock this guy. Only when I want to capture some stuff for you guys will I actually dock it, or if I have some friends and family over that we want to play a multi-party game. But for the rest of the time, this is actually traveling with me in a case and it's portable. Now the fact that they kind of shrunk it down a bit and made it a little bit more easier to manage and fit in your pocket essentially, you can bet the screen size is going to be smaller. I wish they would have given us more details on the screen resolution, size, and all that kind of stuff, but they didn't. But looking at the pictures of it, you can tell that it's smaller than the existing Switch, which means it'll be easier for you to take in your pocket, which means it's actually more portable than this, because technically, as much as I like to call this a handheld, this isn't really portable unless you're taking it in a case. You can't just slide this in your back pocket like you could with a Vita or with something else. But all that stuff aside, my take on it is I'm super stoked. I'm super excited to see Nintendo's actually bringing something new to the market this year, albeit not super new, but it is a different innovation for them. And it will open up the market for a lot more people who thought $300 may be a little bit too expensive to get in on new console quality games, that they can at least enjoy those new titles at a lower price point. So gone are the days where $200 would only get you a Nintendo 3DS XL, which gave you a limited, or not limited, a huge library of games, shall I say, but in addition to the huge library of games, the console-like experience, like I mentioned before in the video, wasn't really there. Not for me at least, and I think for a ton of other people, it just wasn't there. Now at $200, you can get that console quality experience, albeit in a handheld form, but you can play the likes of Zelda, Splatoon, Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart, and a bunch of other titles that I can't think of off the top of my head right now. But essentially, this is good. It's great for the consumer. It's always good to have options. Again, let me know what you guys think. I'm dying to know what you guys think about this because it is something that's kind of controversial right now. And that is pretty much the end of this video. So I appreciate you guys sticking through to the end, and I'll see you guys in the comments below. Take care, and bye-bye.